Before I started this show, I forgot to do a mic check. I just want to make sure. Can you guys hear me okay? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me okay. Let me go ahead and play the intro. This is going to be a pretty deep show, and I might say some stuff that y'all might not like. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling today? Let me say what's up to the people before we start. What's up, Unicorn? What's up, me? What's up, Kiki? Thank you for holding it down for the mods as well. Thank you. Shout out to all the AT2bers. Beautiful, Starneek, Angie, Judge Shady Court is here. What's up, Jay? What's up, Just Hope? What's up, everybody? What's up, Miss Baton Rouge? What's up, VSOP? What's up, Miss Barbara? How you doing, Miss Barbara? Thank you for being here. Shout out to everybody coming in the room. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. So yesterday, well, a few things happened yesterday, but I didn't talk about it. One, Diddy's lawyers have put a motion on a protective order. Basically, they want to see the FREAKOFFS tapes. And then secondly, the Diddy documentary came out yesterday on Peacock, The Making of a Bad Boy. With that documentary, I think I might have the unpopular opinion on it, but we'll get to that. But I want to talk about mainly this whole situation where the lawyers are basically calling out the prosecution. Now, again, Cassie is victim number one. That's it. At this point, it's been confirmed. It is Cassie, right? Even though they call her victim number one, it's Cassie. So with that being said, they are going at the prosecution, basically saying like, hey, Cassie, this was consensual. And on top of that, Cassie was the one who had ownership of the tapes and gave it to the feds. Now, I was a little confused about this, and the reason why was because remember they raided his home, Diddy's home. Well, they raided the Miami and the LA residence, but I was under the impression they found the tapes there. I didn't know that Cassie handed them the tapes. Let me ask you guys real quick. Put a one in the chat if you knew that Cassie was the one that handed them the tapes. Put a two, you thought the feds found the tapes in the homes. I was under the impression that they found the tapes. I didn't know that Cassie had them. I mean, I'll say this. Either way, it doesn't change my mind about certain situations, but I was under the impression that they found the tapes in the home. Now, again, I want to say this. This is the lawyers claiming this. So they're just going based off of what Diddy told them. Because the way that they're putting it, that this was consensual, she partook in this, they're going off based on what Diddy is saying. But when I first initially heard the report, it sounded like they watched the tapes. But in this protective order, they're actually requesting to get the tape. So I just wanted to go ahead and read. It's about 7 pages. I'm not going to read you the whole 7 pages. I'm not a lawyer. So, I ain't going to pretend like I'm a lawyer, y'all. I ain't going to lie to y'all like that. So the first paragraph, it says, we write on behalf of our client, Sean Combs, to request a modification of the terms of the protective order. To require the government to electronically produce videos, a novel provision making the video evidence available for inspection only and not abundantly clear. They confirm Mr. Combs' innocence and their full exculpatory, ooh, I struggle to say that one. You know, I didn't finish college. Value cannot be investigated and used unless they are electronically produced. Rule 16A1E expressly requires production of copies of such materials to the defense, and there is no plausible good cause to restrict access to them under Rule 16D1. Accordingly, they should be produced in the normal course so that the defense may evaluate and use them in the same manner as the other Rule 16 Brady material. Then the next paragraph is this one. Oh no, actually, this is the next paragraph. The next paragraph goes, the 9 videos at issue are so-called freak-off tapes with victim 1 that the government has repeatedly referenced, causing wild speculation in the media. See, they're talking about all the YouTubers and the conspiracy theorists right now. That's who they're talking about. Contrary to what the government was led this court and the public to believe, the so-called freak-offs were private sexual activity between fully consenting adults in long-term relationship. Like many Americans in privacy of their own bedrooms, they sometimes film their sexual activity. These videos unambiguously show that the person alleged in the indictment to be victim 1, they're referencing Cassie, by the way, not only consented, but thoroughly enjoyed herself. And then the black part is what's redacted. Again, it says to be victim number 1, not only consented, but thoroughly enjoyed herself. They're saying that she wanted to partake in this. She wanted this. But if they have not watched the videos, how do they know this? You know what I mean? How do they know this if they have not watched the videos? Oh, you know, I was reading and I didn't even get a check. Oh my God. Yo, shout out to She Paints. Oh my God, thank you. Listen, it's definitely a happy Wednesday. Let's be clear about that. Thank you so much. Oh my God. And also, thank you for gifting the 10 memberships too. Shout out to the new members. Oh my God. Hold on. We gonna leave that up on the screen and admire that for a minute. Hold on. Let's do a 30-second countdown, y'all. I don't even know how to act no more. Hold on. Hold on, let's give a round of applause. Yo, somebody, Kiki said adopt. Me first. Hold on, let me get the paperwork signed first from She Paints so she can adopt me first, and then you second. Y'all really my people. See, I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thank you again. I really appreciated that. Oh my God. Okay. Well, shit, the show over, y'all. We done. All right. Let's have a good. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Thank you again. Okay. Oh, shout out to Miss Barbara. Miss Barbara done blessed us in the Cash App. Thank you, Miss Barbara. Okay. These recordings corroborate what witnesses have told the government, namely the victim 1, document, blah, blah, blah. The recordings are directly refute the allegations that Mr. Combs kept these videos as collateral. These recordings were not on Mr. Combs' devices and were not seized from his homes. Rather, victim 1 kept the videos on her own device for years and produced them to the government herself. So let me tell you guys why this part is important. So basically, what they're saying is that she had these tapes, right? But the way that the lawsuit was set up was that he used this as collateral damage in order for people, basically pay you for your silence. Like, hey, you don't want people to know that you've been a part of these tapes or in these tapes, so I'm gonna use this against you. And so basically the defense is trying to debunk that notion all like, well, Cassie had the tapes. Diddy didn't have them. You guys didn't recover this from his homes. You got all these tapes from Cassie. Y'all. And again, I want to be clear. Am I saying that Diddy is this innocent man? No, I'm not saying this. I'm going based off of what they're putting in here. And again, remember I asked you guys, I was under the impression that they got those tapes from Diddy, from Diddy home. I didn't know that they got the tapes from Cassie. And again, remember it said that in the original lawsuit that he was watching them remotely. Like the freak-offs would last for, days and weeks, and he was able to watch it remotely while he was gone. So with that being said, I'm picturing, oh, well, that means, he had his own video. They recovered those videos from him. But if he gave them all to Cassie, I don't know. And again, if this is true, we don't know. Because again, they're going based off of what Diddy told them. They haven't even watched them to know if the girl, quote unquote, enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Oh, shout out to Miss Barbara. Thank you. Miss Barbara said, hi, AT2 Warriors, let's support AT2. If you haven't got a penny, half a penny with Deucey, I don't have no money. Laugh out loud. Miss Barbara, hey, anything counts. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, so we're going to go over to the next line. Oh, I actually don't have the next line in here. Hold on. I didn't upload it. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just going to read it to you. Moreover, the contrary, sensationalistic media reports, the videos do not depict sex parties. There are no secret cameras, no orgies, no other celebrities involved, no underground tunnels, no minors, and not so much as a hint of coercion or violence. Far from the government's lurid descriptions, the videos show adults having consensual sex, plain and simple. At the bottom, this case is about whether victim one was or was not willing participant in her private sex life with Mr. Combs. The videos confirm that she plainly was. Ooh. And this is on page 2. Like I said, I don't have page 2 up. I'm sorry about that, you guys. I thought I uploaded this part. But again, this is kind of setting up that, okay, there was no orgies. There was no, basically, this was just a private act that you do in your bedroom. This is the way the defense is setting this up. Again, they have not seen the evidence, but they're putting this out there. They're setting this up as this was like a consensual adult time activity, sex, like put it out there, sex that two adults have. Now, whether how kinky, how freaky it gets, these are adults, That's the way the defense is setting this up. It says, soon after Mr. Combs was charged, the parties began negotiating the terms of the protective order. During the negotiations, the government insisted over defense objection the certain videos obtained from victim one and depicting alleged freak-offs would not be electronically produced and would instead only be made available for in-person viewing while monitored by law enforcement. So that lets me know they will have a chance to look at these videos, but they want to get them now. They don't want it to be monitored by law enforcement. They want to get the copy of the video because, of course, they want to be able to spin the narrative, right? The government explained that the victim one whose attorney gave these videos to the government, requested that they not be produced to protect her privacy, and the government would honor that request. To ensure we would receive discovery without further delay, the defense agreed to receive the discovery under those conditions, while reserving the right in the proposed order to later seek modifications of designations from the court. On October 7, 2024, the court so ordered the proposed protective order. So what I'm getting from this, that even though Cassie, you know, it is her, right? Even though it is Cassie, it seems like they're still trying to protect her, you know, protect her image and protect her name. And you have to think about this too. One of the other reasons why they want to protect this, because say if one of those lawyers try to leak out the tape, who's to say they won't try to leak the tape out? This is why they want this viewed with law enforcement in the room. Because can you imagine? Hold on, let me take this down real quick. Even if she was drunk, drugged, whatnot, if she shows any ounce of pleasure, this is embarrassing. If she shows any amount of pleasure, they're going to say she liked it, she wanted it. And I feel like it's going to go into an ugly place that we don't want it to go, saying like, oh, see, is she a freak? She was down with it. She was down to do this and that. See, she liked it. She wasn't, you know, fighting back or anything. And the conversation is going to go somewhere that it shouldn't, but I know it's going to go there. Because again, Diddy is fighting for his life right now. So they're going to be willing to take it that nasty, you guys. They're going to be willing to take it that nasty. And can y'all be nasty and hit that like button, please? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shout out to Melanie. Thank you. All right. So it continues. After spending 4 weeks attempting to schedule viewing of the evidence, the defense was finally able to watch the videos under the supervision of the law enforcement on November 20, 2024. I'm sorry, they weren't able to watch it. I take back what I said originally. I'm sorry. And December 13th, 2024. So they watched it on the 20th of November and then the 13th. The evidence consists of 9 videos depicting 6 unambiguously consensual sex encounters. Okay, so again, there's 9 videos, but only 6 of them consist of sexual encounters. So what's the other 3 videos? I'm curious about that. What do the other 3 show? If there's 9 tapes, but only 6 of them show a sexual encounter, what are the other videos? And then it gets redacted. You guys see right there. This is the actual paragraph I'm reading. It's redacted right there after it says it. After it says encounters, right? And then it continues. In all 6 of these encounters, victim 1 is not only consenting, she is evidently happy, dominant, and completely in control. Wow. This literally makes it seem like Cassie was a madam. This is what they're basically saying. She was dominant. She was in control. I told y'all. It's going to get ugly. It is going to get very ugly. So it continues. There is evidence. There is no evidence of any violence, coercion, threats, or manipulation whatsoever. There is no evidence that anyone is incapacitated or under the influence of drugs or excessive alcohol consumption. There is certainly no evidence of sex trafficking. Wow. So they're saying there's nothing there. They are saying there's no evidence that she was forced, like she was, any kind of assault. Um, she wasn't coerced to do this. There was no threats, no manipulation. She was completely in control. They didn't see any influence of drugs or alcohol. This is crazy, you guys. And again, this is the motion that Diddy's lawyers put in. Of course, when the prosecution responds, we'll see what they have to say about it. But I mean, can we just say this? We're all adults in the room right now. I'm not going to necessarily be like, if I'm going to do like a tape, a sex tape, let's just say it. If I'm going to do like a sex tape, I'm not going to be like drinking alcohol or doing drugs. Like, we're literally just recording the act. We're recording the act. We're not doing any kind of drugs or alcohol on like, no, why would I do that? Like, literally, these are to usually when you make a tape, it's so you can watch it. You're not going to be all like, oh yeah, did you see me do a line of coke or like, so what does that prove? Like, how do you know for a fact that she wasn't under any kind of influence? You know what I mean? That's crazy to me. Oh, and then also they're saying no evidence of trafficking either, too, as well. And then the rest of the stuff is just kind of like all the codes and everything like that, and just further information. And basically they're saying like he's unfairly being treated, based off of their assumption that Cassie is lying about everything. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So let me ask you guys, what do you guys think about this? Like, do you guys think that Diddy might get off, or do you think that they're making this up? Like, how do you guys feel? I will go ahead and drop the link. We'll do like about 5 minutes of call in, and then I'll move on to the documentary. And no, I can't play the documentary. I'm not trying to get my channel struck. I'm just going to give you my review of it. My review, shit. Now my review might actually help Diddy in a weird way. Defense needs to present their evidence. I agree with that. Yep. Yeah, you're right. And then, like, how do you watch the tape and then be able to determine whether or I don't know. That just seems like so suspicious to me. That's true. He has a 5% chance. Yeah, they only have a 90. What is it? 97%. A 95% conviction rate. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'll say this, Diddy has good lawyers because they'll be able to put something out and then it make you think twice about what they be talking about. And you go like, I never thought about it like that. Like, I will say his lawyers do make you think. And then when the prosecution comes back or the feds and give you the accurate information, you are like, oh, okay. He was just bullshitting. Okay. I see it. Good question. Why did he settle? Yeah. Why did he settle? Now, I don't know if he thought like, oh, well, this will never see the light of day again if I just hurry up and settle. I don't know if he thought that. Obviously, it did not work out in his favor at all. Yeah, Diddy does have good lawyers. Yeah, that's no lie right there. He does have good lawyers. I'm very curious. to see how this case goes. Now, I think there's supposed to be like not another, not necessarily, well, there could possibly be another indictment, but there's supposed to be like more information coming out soon regarding the case, because basically the indictment that it stands right now, it's still open. So they can add more as time goes on. And I think they're waiting to add in more because they want to be careful not to give the defense kind of like a up, to try to figure some shit out. They basically not necessarily blindside them. I don't want to say that, but they want to make sure they got all their ducks in a row before they present that information. I think they know that these lawyers are very skilled and they know how to present something to make you believe a certain, because I mean, shit, I'll be honest. It's making me question, okay, well, do they actually have a case or what's going on? Let me ask you guys, after reading the motion from the defense, are you guys questioning or are you still thinking Diddy's guilty? So is Diddy, is he innocent? Can he be innocent? Or do you still think that he's guilty or you don't know? Those three choices: guilty, innocent, or you don't know. Let's go. Yeah, at this point of the case, I'm at I don't know. I'm at a I don't know. But yes, I do feel like the prosecution has something in the chamber. They waiting to unload it. Right now, they ain't unloaded it yet, but they're gonna have something in the chamber. I feel that way too. They got something waiting for them. I do not think that, oh yeah, we're just gonna let this pass and blah. No. They got something for them. They ain't showing their hand, which I think is smart. Because again, I do think that not only the defense, obviously, with the stuff that they were saying, how the media is running with stuff, but I think the prosecution is looking at what's going on in social media too. Again, when you have like these liars out there making things up and sensationalizing stuff, it does kind of change the public perception for Diddy and be like, I think everybody's just coming after him. Like, why is everybody after Diddy? Is there some kind of coup of like, who did Diddy piss off? And maybe that's why everybody, you start having these thoughts like, damn, maybe they are against him. I know even me, like, I felt like at one point I had to start defending Diddy because I felt like people were just doing so much lying and clickbait. I was like, wait, y'all, we don't even know if that's true or not. And like for me, I know how to sensationalize stuff, but I feel like this is something that doesn't even be sensationalized. This nigga a freak. Like it don't need no sensational. It don't need all that. You ain't gotta add extra seasoning to it. It's already sensationalized, y'all. We just gotta go based off the information that's out there. We ain't gotta spruce it up or do none of that. Like it is what it is. You know what I mean? Would y'all agree with that? It's crazy. So I wanted to go ahead and bring up the documentary. It's Diddy, the making of a bad boy. I got a chance to watch it last night on Peacock. Did anybody watch the documentary yet? Did anybody watch it? Was it just me? Okay, I guess I was the only one that watched it. All right. The documentary. No, you didn't. Okay. I expected more from Peacock. I expected more. Okay, Shakira, you watched it. GT, you did. Okay. I'm so mad at people. They should. Yes, Angie. Yes. Okay. I was gonna go through the whole thing, but let's just get into it. I was mad that they showed the people that they showed. I would just think with Peacock, they're supposed to be reputable. It's NBC. I would just think that they would have did a little bit more research. First, the best. So it starts out in the woods. Like, one of Diddy's childhood friends is living like off the grid. He's somewhere in the woods. Now, I don't know if he was scared for his life and that's why he was in the woods, but it was just weird. I'm just going to say it was weird. I mean, but this was the childhood friend who said that Janice, Diddy's mom, was having like freak off type of parties in the home. There were drugs around. You might step into a room and somebody was, getting it on and all this other stuff. And let me say, I can't say that, no, that's not true. But I mean, we've all been kids hanging around at an adult party, right? We might be in the other room while the adults are drinking, smoking, whatever, right? So I wouldn't say like that's necessarily uncommon, but I just feel like, are you saying that because what the freak-offs are hired prostitutes, you are drunk, you can't consent to the acts that are going on. Like, if you want to say that Janice Combs are doing freak-offs, that's a whole different level. If you want to say like she had parties where adults are drinking and smoking and there were kids there, that's another thing. Because that's all consensual. Unless you're trying to say something happened with the kids, then to me, I didn't feel like, oh yeah, the mama was the one who taught. I didn't feel that way. Could he like that party life because of his mom? Yeah. But again, I don't want to say Janice was doing freak off parties. Like, that seemed a little extreme. You know what I mean? Just for me. Some people might think like, hey, yeah, she was doing them freak off parties. But for me, I wouldn't say that. I think she was having adult parties and there were kids there. Should the kids have been there? No, they should not have been there at all. But I can't say his mama taught him how to drug, coerce, and manipulate women into having threesomes and, with other men. And yeah, to me, that's a little extreme. I can't go that far. Freak off adjacent, maybe. And here's the thing: freak offs aren't always orgies. That's not what they are. Like, sometimes it's Diddy literally sitting in the corner and watching the other person get it on. It's not always that. It can be that, but it's not always that. Oh, Veronica, you believed him. Okay, so you believe the friends. Okay. Yo, is this white Jamal? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just be careful real quick. Is this Chris Todd, white Jamal? Hello? Hello? I can't hear. Hello? Okay, I couldn't hear that person. Could you guys hear the person? Katorbe, no receipts. No. We're just going based off of what the childhood friend said. Why everybody said, hey, white Jamal? Y'all are petty as hell. Y'all really my people. Okay, yeah, y'all couldn't hear him either. Yeah. Okay, that might have been a trick or something. Yeah, I think somebody playing around. Yeah, that's why I put that picture up, because I'm all like, somebody was probably trying to P bomb me and get me in trouble. So yeah, I took them down. Don't worry. Okay. Anyway, so they had the childhood friend, right? Um, he also worked at Uptown Records and stuff like that. So that's why he was a part of the story. They talked about the in the early '90s the stampede that happened. Well, I didn't know that it was Diddy and Heavy D that had to pay the settlement. And so what Diddy did, Diddy actually um paid some of the families like 40 to 50,000. That was it. So for those victims who lost their life, he paid 40 to 50,000. And at the time, he was worth 40 million. Oh, thank you, She Paints. I appreciate that. He was worth 40 million. Okay. And yeah, that was the other thing, VSOP. Like, I didn't see anything that wasn't on YouTube. Everything was pretty much already on YouTube. Um, the settlement part, that was something new. And then the best friend that lives off the grid in the woods, that was new. Um, hold on. Chris Todd in the house. Hold on, y'all. We're gonna try one more time to bring up White Jamal, aka Chris Todd. Hold on. Chris, White Jamal, are you there? Hello? Going once, going twice. All right, I still can't hear you. Oh, you said it seemed YouTube-ish too. Yeah, it really did seem that way. It seemed very YouTube-ish. Like for me in the documentary, it didn't seem like nothing was like concrete. The only people that really the only person that I would say that I trusted their story was Sara Evans from Making the Band. She was in Daband. Um, when she said like Diddy, was violated her. Um, I could see that happening, and that's somebody that we know is actually connected to Diddy. It seemed like there was people who are obviously around Diddy in the documentary, right? But they seem more adjacent. Like Sharon Carpenter, she's like a journalist. They had a few radio people. Like everybody seemed adjacent to Diddy, not in the actual room with him and spent time with him and know his workings. And then the people who are really talking weren't saying anything that we didn't already know. Like for example, Cassie's makeup and hair artist that took her in after she was beaten and stuff. Yeah, that we already had heard that story. Also, they told the lines with Kim Porter, and what I mean by that is, people were saying Kim Porter's passing was very suspicious. The regular, what we've all been saying, very suspicious, right? But then they would say no evidence was shown that this and that and that and this and blah 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 blah. So they try to cover their ass too by putting the legal part of it, but also letting people speak on her death and passing. Um, Even when it came to, oh, what's up, Kelly? How you doing? Um, Even when it came to when they played Jaguar Wright part, when she was talking about everybody at Uptown Records is now gone, and then they try to take out Albie Shore. Shore was in the documentary, and he said that Kim told him, like it was reported already, like stay away, Diddy, he'll get you. To me, it still doesn't give Albie Shore an excuse to not be there for his son. That's how I feel. Wait, who the hell is this in the backstage? Oh, I think that's Chris Todd, but I still can't. Hold on, here he is. Hey, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you now. Yo, he's here.
I'm back.
What brings you to the show?
I don't know. I just saw you're live on there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. So let me ask you, how do you feel?
I know that producer who made that documentary, dude. I've worked with that guy before.
Oh, okay. And what do you know about him?
He's not a bad guy. I mean, I think he poached Ariel from me, though. Like, that company, I'm not going to say his name, but he's the one. He was the director of the Peacock. He's actually the one who created that. I used to talk to him for a while. I've done other jobs with him before, but he's a good guy. I mean, he does good work. He's pretty talented, but you know, I guess Albie Shore said that Kim got unalived. I have to watch it still, but
yeah, he said that.
and he's trying to say basically that Kim wrote a book and had a diary. That's what Courtney's writing me now. She's texting me saying like, see,
wait,
I told you.
Texting you?
Yeah.
I'm glad that you brought that up because I wanted to ask you about Courtney. Courtney is saying that he got that flash drive in 2008 from Shakir Stewart, the music executive. That's where he's saying he got that flash drive from. He said this on the Sean Atwood channel. I don't know if you even know.
I know he said that, but we'll talk about it real quick. But what I'm saying is, first off, thanks for having me on just for a couple minutes. I have a new book coming out. It's called Shame on Shay, and Shay is spelled Schae. It's on Amazon right now. Shame on Shay. So I'd love to have people check it out. It's my new book. It's the follow-up to Kim's Lost Words. This is more of it's a semi-fictionalized book, so it's a little more fun and entertaining. But
wait, so you're writing a Kim fictional book now? But what's the other book?
No. Kim's not. There's no Kim Porter in it. She's never mentioned in the book. It's not about Kim. It's just a book. Just trust me. Have your people check it out. Go to Amazon. Shame on Shay, Schae. And I go by Todd Chris in this book. I switched my name because I have some lawsuits.
Not White Jamal no more? Okay.
I never was Jamal. That was Courtney.
The book was fucking Jamal. The author was Jamal Millwood.
Courtney.
That's why I gave you the nickname White Jamal.
I know, but Courtney was Jamal, not me. I told you that. You think I've been honest the whole time.
But you put the book out. The original book.
There's two books, right? The Tell It All book, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The first book was called Tell It All. Okay.
Tell It All. Okay.
That's Jamal Millwood.
Mm-hmm.
And he put Kim Porter's name on the cover, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is the book that Courtney put out. About 3 years ago, he put that book out, okay? That book, Tell It All, was given to me, and I did a separate version, right? And I called it Kim's Lost Words. And I changed some things. I removed the pictures. I removed the epilogue, the prologue and the epilogue. I removed those. So everybody was confused. They thought I was making stuff up. I was telling the truth the whole time. Courtney Burgess, and you know who is the source. It's not Shakir Stewart.
Okay, but why did he say that?
Because he can't tell you, he can't say Kimura's name too much. So
are you saying Kimura Lee was the one who gave the book? Or the flash drive?
Well, let's say it this way.
We need the exclusive.
I'm gonna tell you. I am telling you if you hold up.
Okay.
So look, did Courtney Burgess get something from Shakir Stewart? Maybe. Okay? Maybe. He knew Chris Lighty. He knew Dave Lighty. Maybe. I didn't know Courtney then. I didn't know anything about Kim Porter in 2008. So what I'm trying to get at is possibly he's not telling you a fib, right? Now, but today on your show, because I like that you're still grinding out there.
Thank you.
Kimora Lee Simmons is the source of Kim's book. Okay.
Wow.
Now, the flash drives, the actual drives that the feds are chomping at and kicking people's doors in, those are from Kimora also. I don't know if you heard that last part or not. Ooh, somebody shut us off. I don't know if, can you hear me or no? You lost me? I might have to come back in by myself. You want me to come back? I'll come back.
Sorry, my headphones went out.
Okay, I almost just, well, right when I said her name, the thing turned off. So I was like,
my internet right now.
Oh man, the Illuminati, man, the Illuminati's coming for you.
They got me. Okay, could you repeat, if you don't mind, could you repeat that again?
So what I was saying was that I think did you hear me say Kimora's name at least once?
Yes, you said Kimora is like the source.
Okay. So basically the flash drives, the tapes, that's Kimora too. So
what?
So yeah. So basically, look, she has plausible deniability. Matt Cox already said her name on Sean Atwood when he wasn't supposed to. Courtney told Matt Cox this, so they already messed up. I never said her name. They did. Okay. Now, the drives and the tapes that the feds have because of Courtney Burgess, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. Kim took those, Kim Porter. She gave those to Kimora. And that's
okay. So you're saying Kim gave that to Kimora.
Yeah. Now, the word on the street is that Kimora had tapes of Russell Simmons and Diddy. And that partially she was trying to out both of them. So I don't know what's on these tapes. I've never seen them.
So Courtney had to go to the Southern District of New York and I don't want to say, well, testify would be the word, right?
At the grand jury, he had to go to the grand jury and he had to, sometimes they call it a ducis tecum or something, which means a warrant that you produce materials. So he most likely had that where they said, you better bring in the stuff with you, you know?
So again, if none of the stuff that Courtney had brought to the feds is brought up in the lawsuit or the indictment, does that all mean that it was a lie?
They never knew those tapes existed when they made that indictment. They didn't even know that Kim and Kimora had those tapes. So,
do you think that he gave them Kimora's name?
Yes. He had to.
Okay.
He was about to go to jail.
Yeah. Because that was my thing. They're going to ask who's the source of it. Now, have you been called in?
I can't comment on that.
Oh, Lord. Y'all all about to go to jail. Be careful, please.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this. When Ariel Mitchell went on TV and said, oh, yeah, there's a minor on the tape, she's out of her mind, dude. And
okay, so there's no minor on the tape.
I don't look.
Or you said you haven't watched.
I don't know. I don't know really what's on the tapes because Courtney wouldn't show me them. The reason I said I saw them was because I wanted to get people to wake up. Like these things might exist. Like, and we need help. We need help. Like, look, me and
Right.
Courtney are
But
good
also,
today.
you're promoting something that you don't even know if it's true or not.
In a way, yeah, but that's part of the game. Like when
Okay,
you
game. Okay.
yeah, because look, if you think of like what I do with the OJ, Natalie Wood, Biggie, and JFK, and just my other stories, people are learning more about me now. They didn't really know who I was when this was coming out. You guys didn't know who I was. You're like, who the hell's
Yeah,
Chris
I know
Todd?
you were offended that I didn't know who you were. You was like, I've been working on this now. I'm like, we don't know you.
Yeah, yeah, and I've understood that, but now when you really look at more stuff, you start to figure out who I am. So you're like, wait a minute, this guy, I'm not a conspiracy guy, but look, I don't always know everything's absolutely 100% true. Sometimes I just say it. So that's why I said it was a leap of faith when they said, hey, this guy, Courtney, says he has a book from Kim Porter. Okay, sounds good. And that's where everybody was so confused in the beginning. Like Rolling Stone kept asking me, like, do you think it's true? Do you think it's real? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm just putting it out. And now it's looking like it's real. So,
Oh, you believe it's real?
well, now I for sure do, because I'll be sure just reiterated she had a diary. She was writing a book. She was going to do the Cassie move. Now I have a news source saying Kim was going to go get that money. And so
Well, don't
Diddy,
forget that he was upset with you about the whole part of him and Diddy smashing. So, do you think that him and Diddy did it?
I
Did the
never,
do?
I never said they smashed. I never put that in my book.
That was in the book about Kim
That's
saying
in
that.
Courtney's book. That's not in my book. I X'd that out. Remember?
I have to go back to where somebody read your book, but I swear that's where it came from, because initially I'll be sure was with you. He was all like, yeah, this is the book, blah blah blah. And then when it came out and that part was in it, he was like, oh, they edited the book and lied on it.
Look, I'll say this because Albie Shore is still threatening to sue Amazon, and he's in for a world of hurt, man. Like, he better be really careful, man. They'll bury him. The Amazon will
But they
bury
took the
him.
book down, right?
Yeah, but we got paid. We got the money.
Oh, so he still want that money. Oh, okay. How many
He,
millions did you make? Can you send
we
me a
didn't make,
cash app?
we never made millions. I already, Courtney misspoke about, okay, look, we can be honest now because I'm grateful for you guys and the fans and everybody. We sold 30,000 copies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's how many we sold. The book was banned after 3 weeks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Albie Shore cost us 500 grand by shutting our faucet off. Right. We lost $500,000. That's fact, period. Now, I'll be honest, because I'm open. This is a new level of this stuff. We grossed $400,000 we netted 400 grand. Okay. That's how much we made. That had to be divided by multiple people. I didn't walk with 400 grand. Okay. There was multiple people involved.
So you did split it. Okay. Because there was a rumor that you ran off with the money.
No, everybody got paid.
Okay.
I'm not, bro. I'm not a punk. You think I want them banging on my door? Like, they got paid. The people that we had to deal with, they got paid. It's over. It's done. We had a separate publisher. We had other people involved. Everybody got paid. Okay. But if my book was still up today, it would still be selling right now. So I'm going to tell you right now, Kim's Lost Words is back up online. And you guys can go to my website. It's going to be up any minute. It's called
Courtney is selling a book. So
they took it down. He took it down.
Because he said that you can email him and he can send you the book that way.
He can't. That's dead. That was the tell it all version. So what I'm doing is I'm putting up digital downloads of Kim's Lost Words. Okay. You can go to silvercoastpros.com. So it's all one word.
But how can we know that those are her lost words? Okay, because now we have two competing books.
Hold on. Time out. Okay, look, because I don't have a lot of time, but I'm glad to be on here. Look, Tell It All and Kim's Lost Words are mostly the same exact book. Okay? You follow me so far?
Yeah, one has pictures and one didn't redact the names, as I understand.
Correct. And then the original book has a prologue and an epilogue. Written by you know who? Kimora.
Kimora. Okay.
So when it says my
now Kimora, this is Chris Todd, Todd Chris White Jamal saying this, not me. Just in case you watching. Keep going. Keep going.
Look, yeah, it's not, a lot of people already know it's her. So, and look, I have nothing against her. I think it's great, but this stuff got way out of control and she could have come out way before. She should have said something before. She played a game. Oh, I should sue y'all. You know I don't lie. You guys know I don't lie. It's like, Kimora, just come on, dude. Like, everyone wants to know, is this really Kim's book? Just say it. Just say it. Stop.
Are you worried at her coming at you legally?
She can't come at me legally.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. So look, let me say this. Tell It All and Kim's Lost Words are basically 94% the same book. In Tell It All, there's pictures, okay? And there's also the epilogue, the prologue and the epilogue written by Kimora, talking about Kim. I was her friend. I said I would do this for her. She was a good person. She didn't deserve to die. That's not Kim writing it. How can that be Kim? It's not.
Well, we're unsure if she wrote any of the books.
Okay. Yeah, I understand.
We ain't worried about the prologue, epilogue, monologue, synagogue. We ain't worried about none of that. We unsure if she wrote any of it.
So let me say this to you. Let me ask you it this way. All right.
Okay.
So let's play your game for a sec.
Okay.
Let's say Kimora wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only person you could say wrote it. You going to try to say Courtney wrote it? Courtney can't write that. Courtney does not do that. People can barely understand what Courtney says. You think he wrote a you think he wrote a book? No.
Absolutely not. No, I don't think he wrote it. No.
Okay, so you either are saying like either Kimora Lee Simmons wrote that book, or Kim Porter wrote the book, or some ghostwriter wrote the book. Those are the only three people. Can I say 100% that Kimora didn't write it and Kim did? I don't know. I'm tired. I've been dealing with lawsuits. Albie Shore's lawyer threatens me once a week. Like, I'm just tired. Like, it's like, go figure it out, you guys. Like,
but I wouldn't be too worried about Albie Shore. I'd be worried about Kimora Lee. I mean, you putting a name on it.
They've already said her name. And look, Kimora is a wealthy person. Kimora is a praying mantis, and I mean that in a good way. She's very bright. I used to watch her show. I grew up with her. I used to watch it. Literally, I watched her show. So Kimora is a smart person. She's in a lot of lawsuits right now with her ex-husband, with the 1MDB lawsuit, with Tim Leisner, all that, man. Those people went to jail. That was a big deal. Celsius, the Russell Simmons. She has enough problems. I don't know. He's like on the phone with her now. Is that Kimora?
Yeah, that was Kimora. Kimora said, "Get ready to run, White Jamal, because I'm coming for your ass." That was Kimora, everybody on the phone.
Oh my God.
She was just letting me know. I'm just
I literally
listen, you need scared. To run. Kimora is coming for that ass. Like, this is not a game. Chris, look, I'm trying to warn you, this is not a game. Like, you need to run. Like, you don't put this lady name out there.
Do you want to know who my protection is on all this?
Who?
Courtney Burgess.
So do you think Courtney Burgess will now say Kimora Lee? Like, he will back you up on this? Or is he going to...
He might deny it to have plausible deniability for Kimora. He might say I'm a liar. He might call me a liar, right? So that's just part of the game, man. Look.
Yeah, but how can you promote? Okay, so if he calls you a liar, that's going to make us even more suspicious about you.
Well,
we're already suspicious. Well, we're suspicious about everybody. Let's be honest.
Well, let me ask you this. Are you going to believe Courtney Burgess or Chris Todd?
Is there a choice for neither? Because I think neither is really the answer.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't put my foot on that. A lot of people want to know, like, do you feel bad for any of this because you are the cause of a lot of dysfunction online?
I believe it's Kim's words. So for me, I don't feel bad. If it was her dying wish to say this, then absolutely not. If I did it for her, yeah, it caused a lot of problems, but it also brought a lot of hope, healing, and closure to people, I think, in the African American community. And look, I knew I was going to catch a bunch of crap from people by even leaving Jamal Millwood's name on there. But at the time when Diddy was not arrested, I decided I was not going to put my name on the book. So
I can see that. Yeah. Now, I know the kids have put out a statement saying that the book was false. Have they tried to sue you or no?
yes, the children sent me a cease and desist, as did Diddy, from jail. Christian and Quincy's lawyer emailed me threatening me. They sent it to Courtney also, and Ariel. And Albie Shore is threatening to sue me, and he's threatening to sue Jeff Bezos.
Is Ariel representing you or no?
No.
Okay.
She's
Because
Courtney's lawyer for the grand jury. She's his lawyer for his defense lawyer.
Okay, because it's like once Courtney came out the bushes and then she linked up with him, you kind of got pushed in the back. How do you feel about that?
Because I linked them up. They only know each other because of me. That's what a lot of you guys don't know.
Oh. Okay, so was she the third person? Because I remember you said there was another guy and there's somebody else. There's three people. Was she the third person that was involved in this?
No. Kimora Lee Simmons and Courtney Burgess are the two people that brought me.
Okay.
So now remember when Ariel Mitchell went on News Nation and said, yeah, there's a tape. Somebody approached me to sell a tape. That was me.
A lot of people in the chat are saying that you're the white version of Jaguar Wright. They're calling you hashtag white Jag. No, you're no longer white Jamal. You are white Jag.
Now, what people are asking, they want to see me and Jaguar Wright battle. That's what they're asking right now.
Oh.
Now,
have you been asked to go on the Sean Atwood channel? You went on one time, right?
No. They asked me and Courtney might go on together. They wanted me to go on Popcorn Planet and Sean Atwood with me, Jaguar Wright, and Courtney. Okay. Now, Jaguar, I've never done a video with her. She doesn't do anything with me. She doesn't really talk badly about me. I don't talk bad about her. There's no like fight brewing. You know what I mean? But I think with Jaguar and me, it'd be like putting two vipers in a glass jar. Like it wouldn't be good for anybody. So I've asked not to do anything with her.
You know, it would definitely turn to shit. I ain't gonna lie. It would be entertaining as hell, but it would definitely turn to shit.
Let me say this. I'll say this because she gets along with Roro. She calls Roro Sean Atwood's the other guy.
Ronnie Bo?
Yeah, no, not Ronnie Bo. The guys, no, they call him Roro. He's Sean Atwood's he's a white guy with long hair. He's like Scottish or Irish.
I forgot what his name, but I know who you're talking about. I think
his name is Ron or whatever.
Ron, yes, Ron.
So, my point was, what I was saying, to them about Jaguar is, look, Jaguar is a strong personality, okay? Jaguar is a key figure in the Jay-Z, Diddy stuff. She's kind of like the queen bee, right? Courtney and her butted heads right away, okay? Because Courtney, he's not like me. I'm more charismatic. I'm more diplomatic. I wouldn't get in a fight with Jaguar Wright, okay? If Jaguar wanted to press me and push me, I'm going to bite back. She knows that. Everybody knows that
Mm-hmm.
about me. Just do homework on my OJ stuff. I bite. I'm not bark. I will bite you. So I'm not threatening Jaguar. I'm just saying if she had respect for me, I'd be respectful to her. If she tries to come at me, I'll wreck her ass. Like I'm serious. Like I don't play.
You know that I would like to see it. I ain't gonna lie. Real quick on Netflix, they have a new John Benet Ramsey documentary. But I remember you told me that you had solved it. Did you watch the Netflix special or?
Oh, yeah, I did watch some of it, and I put a challenge out to Joe Berlinger and to John Ramsey. Come debate me, because I know who killed John Benet Ramsey.
Mm.
And I'll tell you right now, it wasn't a small faction of terrorists that note said, and what Joe Berlinger, that guy's a fraud, dude. Like, no offense. He's a good documentary filmmaker. He's not an investigator. And he goes up there, he lies about evidence. So does John Ramsey. These guys are liars. Like, and he says, oh, it was the craziest, what a crazy idea that they thought the parents had something to do with it. Oh, that's weird. A child was found unalived inside their house. Why is it so crazy that the parents are suspects? So Joe Berlinger, you know, those guys, I know a lot of the people behind that too. Come debate me. Let's do a debate. I'll tell you right now who killed John Benet if you want.
Oh, you could see. Hey, go ahead. You can tell us.
Patsy Ramsey.
The mama?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
That's who killed John Benet. Not Gary Oliva, not Santa Claus Bill McReynolds, not a small foreign faction of terrorists, not this fake assault down the street that nobody knows who these people are. So come on, Joe Berlinger, come do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Go tell
now,
Radical Media.
How come they didn't ask you for the Peacock documentary for the Diddy making of a bad boy? How come they didn't ask you to be a part of that?
Because look, I know the people personally. Okay, NBC knew who I was. My producer / agent guy went to everybody with Kim's Lost Words. Okay, they already knew who I was. They're afraid of me from OJ. They're afraid of me from. They're afraid of me from Natalie Wood. Hollywood censors me all the time. That's the whole thing. They're not going to interview me because they know I know the truth. So when I say things about like Kim Porter, they don't even believe it. So, you know, look, they used Al B. Shore, which is cool. The Discovery ID people knew who I was, and that's fine. I'm not mad at them. Like, you know, they know that they don't let me speak. Okay. They don't let me do OJ's accomplice. They don't let me solve Natalie Wood. They troll all my stuff. They trolled my Emmett Till story. I used to own Emmett Till's story with the estate of Mamie Till Mobley.
You own the Emmett Till? Wait, what?
I own the Aaron Hernandez project and I own the Emmett Till project before any of these people have.
Do you got the paperwork for that? I need to see some paperwork.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You know what? I'll give you, if I can find it in my emails because my computer fried. I have Mamie Till's screenplay that she wrote herself that no one's ever seen. I have it. I was a partner with the estate with Mamie Till. Look her up. She went by Mamie Till Mobley at the end of her life. Okay. And so anyway, my point is, look, they troll everything I do. Okay. They did 2 Emmett Till movies when everybody knew I had it. They did the Aaron Hernandez when they knew I had Aaron's rights. I had Aaron Hernandez literally. I had Mamie
But he has
Till.
a wife, though.
I had Aaron and his brother attached with the original rights holders in the very beginning. Okay. These people don't have any rights to do Aaron Hernandez. Okay. So my point is, look, it's too, bro, there's too much. Your head will explode. Just understand a lot of these projects I've had before anybody else. I don't care if I'm white. I stuck up for Emmett Till. They told me it was too black. They told me black people don't go to the movie theaters. I heard all this racism in Hollywood for a decade. A decade.
I did hear the story was supposed to be done a while ago.
Yeah.
I did hear that. I do. I did hear that.
And Hollywood blocked these black filmmakers for years. And they flew one of the guys out to Venice to have lunch with me. And he goes, I don't care that you're white. I need your help. And I'm like, who are you? I mean, what is this? And he goes, I'm the co-owner with Mamie Till of the Emmett Till story. And I was like, I'm in, man. I'll help you. And Hollywood is racist as shit. And they blocked these people from telling that Emmett Till story for decades. Mamie died penniless, and they never let Mamie talk. And and here's the other thing. Here's the best part. Ariel Mitchell Kidd was like a daughter to Mamie Till. It's a true story. And that's how Ariel and I bonded. That she.
Oh, so you knew Ariel.
I knew Ariel, but I only met Ariel about 6 months ago, maybe somewhere in there. I didn't know Ariel till I reached out to her one day. I said, you seem like a badass. I want to sell the movie. I want to do Kim Porter's movie based on her book. And she wanted to do it. And she was going to take a percentage, and she was going to be my lawyer. That's how we met. And over time, we bonded about Mamie Till and Emmett Till. And, she has a fascinating story. And then she went dark on me. She just disappeared, which is fine. I get it. I'm not mad at her.
Yeah. Jaguar said the same thing. She disappeared on her too.
Because look, Ariel, I'm sure she's a good lawyer. Okay. She's kind of a hustler, and that's in a good way. I don't mean that in a bad way. When we told her about that there were S tapes out there, we didn't tell her to go on national TV and say it. Okay. She did that on her own. Okay. And she could have got a lot of people in trouble when she said that. And also by saying, oh, there's a minor on there. We never told her there was a minor. We never said that, Ariel. So you got to be really careful. And other people getting their phones called up and doors knocked on, because of that. So
yeah, because I mean, if you say there's a minor and Courtney had these tapes for years, like it's like, wait, so you don't have these tapes and you didn't turn it, like it opens up for a lot of questions.
I'm going to tell you the truth right now. I'm going to tell you something right now that not many people know. Courtney did not have those tapes for years. He did not. So a lot of those tapes were given to him last minute. He had to pretend and like, oh, I didn't look at them. I didn't know if it was music or not. Maybe he did. I'm not calling him a liar. What I'm saying is I know for a fact a lot of those tapes he did not have for years. Okay, that's all.
Would you be willing to do a show with him, with you and him together? Because I feel like
if he'd come on, you'd have to ask him. I'm willing to do it with him, but Courtney and I, we have to be careful because we've had explosive arguments too. Like we've had some ups and downs. So
yeah, I can imagine because your stories are different from his. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, and he, he'll say, "Oh, you're not loyal, Chris," and he'll look. To me, I think Courtney's a baller. I look up to him. Okay, and he's the key figure with Kimora on all of this. They are okay. They needed my help. They needed a fall guy. They needed somebody to be the front man who had courage, who had a mini brand, right? Who kind of was in that true crime space. That's me. That's how I sold them on it with the guy Wade too. You'll hear the name Wade. Wade was the guy that introduced me to Courtney. Okay. So there's two white guys, unfortunately.
Oh, there's two of them. Okay, but they want the two white people to be the fall guy then, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hey, good job. I applaud. Okay, let me stop joking. But
well, think of
here's
it this
the thing:
way.
you're not worried about. Okay, so you've already been threatened with lawsuits. You already got people threatening you. You're not worried about any of this backlash, there's a lot that comes with. Like, I wouldn't. The reward is not worth the risk. Like,
Well, let me say it to you. Let me say it to you this way. Look, a lot of times it's hard for you guys to understand why I would do something. If you just look at my past jobs and stories, it will all make sense. The reason is because you're looking at it like, who's Chris Todd? Like you're getting me like out of the left field, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you just look more into all my stuff, you'll go, this is exactly the guy that would do this. Like this is his whole shtick. So you just got to look at my other stuff first, I think. Just Google Chris Todd, OJ Simpson, or Chris Todd murders, Chris Todd investigations. Once you do that, you'll be like, oh, this makes perfect sense. He doesn't need to know if it's real or not. He doesn't give a shit. Like, he's just going to say it.
So my last question for you, because I think we missed something. Did you actually have a conversation with Kimora, or this was like third party through Courtney?
I can't say too much because I want Kimora to have plausible deniability so I'm not going to comment about what was given directly to me from her.
Okay, so we'll take that as a yes. You did have a conversation with her. Okay.
I didn't say that, but
I'll draw my own conclusion. So
yeah, I mean, the way I would say it is, look, Courtney Burgess is the king don on this. He's the big dog, and you know, as for what Courtney wants to portray to the media or to you guys, that's his right. Okay. For me, if we had a debate with Courtney and we brought Courtney on, I'm gonna say what I feel. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Look, I made these guys a lot of money. Okay, I did. I could have made them a lot more. If Albie Shore didn't shut us down, I could have made Courtney hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay.
Well, see, then it seems like it's all about the money.
Part of it's about the money.
It's about money.
Look, I'm not a cop. I can't arrest people. So it's not like, oh, I want the justice. I get it. That's what Popcorn Planet, Andy says that. I respect you guys for saying that stuff. Like, what about the justice? I'm not a cop, guys. I'm not a detective. I'm not a lawyer. It's not my job. I'll quote Suge Knight. I don't get paid to solve homicides. Like, it's not my job. So I'm partly entertainment. Okay. I tell stories. I'm an author. I write books. I make movies, documentaries. I was in the business for a long time. So, look, it was a viral sensation. It was a worldwide sensation. Kim's thing touched a lot of people, white and black. I'm proud of what we did. I'm never going to have any regrets. And I've had a lot of crazy stuff happen to me since then, too. It hasn't been all peaches and cream.
Yeah, I remember you said you were in hiding on my TikTok. You were like, yeah, I'm in hiding or something like that.
There was a couple times, man, that I was at the gun store. I'll tell you that.
Wow. And how are you doing right now? Because I know you're in Southern California, right? Or presumably that's where you are.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows where I am. Yeah, I'm in SoCal. But
yeah, are you okay with the fires and everything? Like, were you?
I'm actually south of LA, where I have an office in LA, but I live actually south of LA.
Oh, okay. So you good. Okay. Yeah. Got you. All right. Well,
that's Hollywood burning to the ground. That's Gomorrah, just so you know.
Not anything to do with
biblical.
The high winds or anything. You think
I'm telling you right now, that's biblical stuff going on up there. That's not just some little fire. Like, no, dude.
Well, let me say this. I don't think not only that, I feel like the whole United States would be on fire. Right? Yeah. Like, I don't think it would just be Hollywood. Now, it's significant that it is Hollywood, but I believe that it would be the whole world. It wouldn't just be Hollywood.
I understand. I know, but we have, Hollywood's kind of the mecca, the sin capital, not just Vegas, basically like Hollywood's got some reckoning, and I think there's a lot more to this. I'm not proud that people died and that they lost entire communities. It's sad, but there's a lot of stuff going on there that I think God's making a point. And the Diddy stuff, you know, look, the Diddy stuff is happening and the trial's going to come up. So, you know,
Yeah,
I'm just,
and like I said, if some of that stuff is brought into the indictment, then that's when we'll know what was true and what was not true.
yeah. And look, right now, there's some crazy stuff about the Cassie videos that they're saying, you know, oh, it's consensual. And I hope,
Yeah, we just talked about that.
I'll tell you right now, the feds better have something on Diddy, man. They better have some stuff on tape or he might get off. I don't know, man. I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah, and I asked my people, I was like, how do you guys feel about it? Because after reading what the defense, again, that's what the defense said. After reading what they said, it kind of makes you wonder, like, oh, well, damn, maybe, you know, this is not what we thought it was. I mean, listen, if Diddy get out, your ass better be worried.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Damn.
You better be worried. And you need to worry about Kimora Lee too. I think I'm more scared of Kimora Lee than I am of Diddy right now.
Well, I call her the praying mantis.
That's why I call her.
Well, like I've said too, with kind of like people like Jaguar. You know, look, I'll say this. I worked with the dirtiest people in the world on the O.J. Simpson story. All of these people on this, you couldn't hold a candle to them. Not even close. So those were mob guys. Those were mob killers. Those were coke smugglers. Those guys, they would make you run scared. Kimora Lee is a celebrity, is a woman, is smart, charismatic, wealthy. She don't need to mess with Chris Todd. There's nothing to gain by coming after Chris Todd. I'll tell you that right now. Same with Jaguar Wright. She don't need Chris Todd. She's got her own battles to fight. She's taken on Jay-Z head on with Beyonce. She got enough stuff to worry about. She doesn't need Chris Todd.
Oh yeah, that's true about that. She got her own battles to worry about. Yeah. Well, Chris, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Really, I do appreciate it because I mean, hey, we got that exclusive. We know who it was, and we know the background story of it, and I think it clarifies a lot of what was going on. All the suspicions with Courtney, because again, Courtney's not the best talker, and he just says shit. So I'm glad that you were able to clarify a few things. Now we know.
Well, yeah, and I appreciate it. I think you're important to this thing. You're still grinding, and I saw you on there, so I think you deserve to be talked to about it. So thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. You have a good one. All right, y'all. That was Chris Todd, aka the White Jag. Now I can't call him White Jamal. Now he's White Jag. Okay, so he'll be White Jag from now on. All right. Yeah, exclusive. You right, celebrity scandalous. Yeah, exclusive. Yeah, we got it. I was happy. Oh, hold on, let me. Okay. Even though, do I believe the stuff that he was saying? No, I don't believe it at all. Now, did he sell it like it was true? Yeah, he sold it like it was truth, but you got to sell me on like receipts. And I think that's where I am at this point. Like, I need the receipts. Even with this federal indictment, like, I'm to the point where like I'm not just taking whatever somebody says. I need the receipts. I need to know what is actually real and what is not. At this point, right, Shakir, it's all speculation. It's all speculation. No facts. We don't know. And like I said, Kimora, if you're watching right now, I did not say it. If that was not me who said it, you know, don't come after me. I ain't got no money, you know. Well, I got a little bit of money. Hold on. Let's shout out to She Paints. Let's shout out to Miss Barbara. They done blessed me today. So yeah, we definitely got to shout them out. But other than that, I ain't got no other money. So yeah, come on, you can't come after me. I ain't got no other money besides that, though. But anyway, you guys, I think I told you I watched the documentary. It wasn't anything, really anything new. It was stuff that we already knew about. One case that I did not pay attention to was the one in Orinda. Did you know about this celebrity scandalous? The one in Orinda. Orinda is about 20 minutes away from me, if that. And so there was a situation where it's this Shane Pierce guy and Diddy did something to this girl in Orinda. It was kind of like, what is he doing in Orinda? I gotta look into that one a little more. That one, and again, this was my problem with the documentary. Either there were some people with voice changers or people were blacked out. And it was kind of like all the speculation that we heard on YouTube. It was nothing like concrete facts. It was all speculation. That's what I didn't like about it. It had no receipts. The only receipts that it had was the indictments or the lawsuits. Those were the only receipts, but it did not have hard, concrete proof of anything. It was all speculative. It didn't give me what I needed. Hopefully the 50 Cent one, that one really hits the mark. I'm hoping. But so far, a lot of these Diddy documentaries, they haven't done anything for me. I'm sorry. It is what it is, though. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, everybody who checked out the video. Shout out to White Jamal. Thank you for coming up, aka the White Jag. I appreciate that, and getting that exclusive. Also, shout out to all my AT-tubers. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Please make sure they hit that like button. Shout out to Miss Barbara. Shout out to She Paints. Thank you so much for the Cash Apps donations. I appreciate that. I love y'all. Also, everybody in LA. All the black people in Pasadena, Altadena, do not sell your property because you black, they're going to mark it down lower than what it is. Do not sell your property. Keep your property. Also on my community tab, I shared those links of where you can donate to all the GoFundMe. So they have one tab for all the black families. They have another tab for Latino families, and they have another tab for Filipino families. So make sure you guys check that out. If you can give, go ahead and give. This way you know that you're giving directly to the people with those GoFundMes instead of like the Red Cross and stuff like that. All right. I love y'all. We out of here. Deuces, everybody.